Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of our Destination Spotlight focusing on the region of Setouchi in Japan. It is, as you saw from the video, a world of wonder, almost like a living museum, a living natural paradise, and it really does reflect the most authentic, deep roots of Japan, and it really is very much what you're looking for at the moment for those remote, wide open spaces, wellness opportunities, and really true, authentic culture and a warm welcome that you don't generally get in large, crowded cities. So we're really looking forward to diving deep. I am back with another wonderful panel of diverse suppliers who hail from the region. We have, I'll show you them in just a second. We have Lamaya Kanai from Goshobo Ryokan, which is an authentic stay. The ryokan product we've spoken about before. She'll dive into what it means to have that most immersive type of stay and really reflect with the culture. We've got Kayoko Mura, who is a tour guide for the Setouchi Triennale, which is an art festival that happens every 3 years. And we're looking forward to her sharing her wares about what's possible when this festival does resume shortly next year. We've got Megumi Kamukawa from the Iya Valley, which is just a spectacular, very dramatic, picturesque region with deep gorges, fjords, rivers, and all of that. And it really is designed for those who like to explore. And we've got Diego Cosa Fernandez, who represents the Ozu Castle Town Hotel, where you can stay in a castle. So the accommodations do range, and that's what we're looking most forward to, is diving into all of the different diverse options. So we'll start with Amaya, who is going to present her gorgeous ryokan, which also is famous for a hot spring. This region, I should mention, is wonderful for wellness, and I'm looking forward to her sharing these beautiful wares with you.
Thank you for organizing this event and for inviting us to participate. Thank you. So I'll be representing our family business, Goshobu, which locates in Arima Onsen. So let me introduce you a bit about Arima. It is the oldest hot spring in Japan. It's known in Japan as mythical, historic, prestigious, and miraculous. And mythical because it's two gods of Shinto that found 3 crows that were hurt and healed themselves while they after soaking in hot spring, and that's how the healing powers of Arima Onsen started to be known and spread through the country. And it's not just about the myth; it is actually the only hot spring is the oldest. It's described in the 2 history books of Japan, the Kojiki and Nihon Shoki. And if you can see at the map, you can see it's almost encircled by the old capitals, Nara and Kyoto, and the old economical capital, Osaka. So it has played a big role in Japan's history, specifically in the Kansai area. And later in the Meiji period, it became the first hot spring in Japan to open to foreigners. So Arima Onsen foreigners have long history, and they have considered as their vacational spot in Japan. It's known as prestigious even now because of the abundance it has of the sea and of the mountain. Ingredients from the sea like seto, fish from seto, and gibier or herbs or vegetables from the mountainside. If you come, you're going to see it's very rich in nature and in culture as well. We still have the culture of geiko or geisha, Arima geisha. So it's very still alive here. And what is known most now recently about Arima is the fact that it's miraculous. It is not rain water. It is actually seawater, actually 6 million years old seawater that is trapped under Arima and just bursts or pops up in this small triangle of Arima Onsen. It's very rich in salt, twice the concentration of salt of seawater, and it's very rich in iron that oxidates and gives this golden color or clay-like color. Yeah, and yeah, it's mostly known recently as Arima type, very unique hot spring. Since there is no volcano, but it reaches 103 degrees Celsius on the surface. So it's also history, but it's also spirituality. If you come, you can indulge in hot spring and in food as well, but you can have a promenade and see the different temples and shrines in Arima and cleanse the body as a soul. So, what to say, but I'm gonna jump. Yes, if you there's a down part and upper part of Arima Onsen. The down part has a lot of shops and specialities. You can try during a promenade. Yes, and then the seasons, different seasons. If you come now, is spring, and we will have an event soon, Cherry Blossom Festival. Yes. So in Arima Onsen, it's a small town, but we have 3 facilities. Today I'm gonna show you Goshobo and Goshobesho. Goshobo is the oldest, is the root of Goshobo brand, and is the oldest in Arima, and it has over 800 years of history. It was founded in 1191. So the name Gosho, Imperial Palace, and Bo Temple Lodge were given us during the 14th and 16th century. It's the same family since the 16th century. It's the same family that manages, so it's a small family business. Only 20 rooms, but has been certainly visited by many men of letter. And I give you just some photos of, this is the salon, the old 1920s, and it's still almost the same. Some changes. This is our hot spring facility inside the ryokan. It's popped directly from the source. And some pictures of the rooms. It's a mixture of new and old and west and east because it's Kobe city, so it mixes west as well. And the food is traditional Japanese. We serve a full Japanese course, kaiseki course. Since it's Kobe, we serve the best of Kobe beef, Tajimaguro, as brand. And then the best fish from Setouchi Sea, obviously. So this is about the first one, and later on we're going to see video, but this is the second one, Arima Sanso Goshobesho. It's just 5 minutes walk from Goshobo, and also has its own story. Used to be a temple, the Kiyomizu temple of Arima, of course, and it was very famous for the scenery, of the maple leaves scenery. Visited a lot, but in the Meiji period it became a Kiyomizu hotel, since during the Meiji period, foreigners started to come to Arima, and so they made them an inn just for foreigners. They were served coffee and tea and bread and butter at that time. So the Goshobesho is in the upper part. It's along the river, the same river as Goshobo, the waterfall river, but it's closer to the waterfall. So you can walk up the mountain, and it's almost inside a forest. This is Goshobo. This is a waterfall close by, and inside the entrance and the terrace at Goshobesho. Sorry. Yes. So this is our lobby. We kept the western and the temple history part of it. The rooms are quite, I would say, spacious. It's 100 meters square, so you can relax and really feel time really going by very slow. You have everything is private. The hot spring is inside as well as a thermal room, so you can relax and maybe spend time reading a book or listen to music. We have also a separate hot spring area with treatments area as well. And about the food, we serve not in the room. In Goshobesho, it's more in a dining room or a counter restaurant. It's also Japanese food, full course Japanese kaiseki. And since the time it flows very slowly, you can spend afternoon tea or aperitivo or drink after hot spring. So I'll let you see afterwards some of the two videos, one of Goshobo and one of Goshobesho. This is the salon that didn't much change since the 1920s. The hot spring at the Goshobo is common hot spring facility. So the rooms in Goshobo, each room celebrates a patron that we had, a novelist or a poet. So you can see some of their writings there as well. So the stay is time for, I would say, indulgence in food and drinking good sake, but at the same time, I believe the stay is a full course of melatonin and serotonin. So it's very relaxing. You recharge all your happiness hormone in a way, so you can relax. And as I explained, we still have the Geko-san of Arima, so we can help you organize a private concert in your guest room or with the group, having a small party in the traditional way at our ryokan. So this one is Goshobesho. As I said, 5 minutes up to the mountain near the waterfall. Used to be a hotel for foreigners, so we kept this Western style. The upper you go in Arima and you feel more relaxed. The air is fresher and as I said, you can indulge, but at the same time, you can just walk or hike. This is the thermal room. It's 38 degrees warm room. You can have hot yoga or just read a book. Sorry, this one was based on a poem that we have in the ryokan that was written by a Japanese artist who lived in Portugal. And that's why it's symbolizing the poem there. So the local, the better, we think, and the slow food possible, the better, we think. The dinner is Japanese style, but breakfast we offer both the Western style as well. So,
That was certainly very soothing on the
yes, that's
soul, and
it.
you can see
Thank
we have
you.
these kind of needs for wellness and restorative experiences at the moment. I think there's never been more of a demand for that kind of travel. So this was very, very special. Thank you so much for sharing this
Thank
collection of
you. I
properties.
hope we're looking forward to see people coming and relax. That's what we love most.
Absolutely. We are very excited for hopefully borders to open soon. So we are going to move on. There is a very special festival. I should say that the region is very focused on art and celebrating all sorts of art, traditional to contemporary. And there is a wonderful celebration that happens every 3 years. We're really happy to have a tour guide who takes guests through some of these exhibitions. Some of the islands still have installations that are left there from past triennales, and it's beautiful. So I think nobody knows more about this and how to get you around to see some of the most spectacular places than Kayoko, who is the official tour guide for the Setouchi Triennale. So she's going to take you on a little journey about this wonderful festival and show you some of the insider secrets.
Thank you for Gabriella, and hello everyone. I'm Kayoko Mimura. I'm a Setouchi Triennale official tour guide. Thank you for the great opportunity to introduce Setouchi Triennale and our customer tour service. So, have you ever heard of Setouchi Triennale before? No. Yes? Okay. Setouchi Triennale is an international contemporary art festival held every 3 years. It started in 2010. Here is the map where we live. The area for the festival is circled part, which is called the Setouchi area. The next map is an enlarged map on the right. Precisely, this area is the venue. The festival Setouchi Triennale takes place on the 12 islands and the 2 ports. The time is divided into 3 sessions: spring, summer, and autumn. The last festival in 2019 attracted approximately 1.2 million people in total. So what can I expect to see at the festival? You can see the artworks created by an artist from the world. The works are scattered around the islands, both inside and outside the buildings. Some parts of the venue are designated as a national park, so you can enjoy the artworks in the beautiful nature. Besides artworks, you can also join art projects in collaboration with various regions in Asia, like this, food-related events, and see performing arts. In 2019, we had 230 artists from 32 countries for the festival. Actually, it is very international, isn't it? So, how did the festival start? The festival with the aim to revitalize the local community through the art. The islands of the Setouchi area have been at the heart of maritime traffic since ancient times, and through contact with new cultures from all over Japan and continent, they have nurtured unique lifestyles and customs. However, since the 1970s, the islands have been left behind in a rapid economic growth, depopulation, and aging. The islands are losing the power and unique character. So the festival energizes the islands and promotes the charm of the whole Setouchi region to the world. In the festival, the artists come to the area to create works reflecting the landscape, culture, and history of the islands. Visitors can get to know the areas better through the artworks. In creating artworks, the artists work together with local residents on the island. In this way, residents rediscover the island's charm, and the interaction with other people brings more and more life to the island. So, now we are going to a short video of Setouchi Triennale. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. So, would you like to go to the festival? Yes, thank you. For special guests like you, we will offer a customized tour. As the official customized tour section of Setouchi Triennale, we provide tailor-made travel packages to meet customers' needs and preferences. For travel planning, let me tell you about the special works for the festival. First, artworks that you can feel with your all senses. This is the Teshima Art Museum, built overlooking the Seto Inland Sea and blends into the landscape of rice terraces. Outside the museum, the beauty of nature will delight you, and inside it will stimulate your all senses to feel the art. Secondly, the artworks, which you can trace the island's history and memory. The photo shows a museum that has been rebuilt from the remains of a refinery on Inojima Island. Through viewing, visitors can trace the history and the memories of the island. And lastly, architectures as art. The Chichu Art Museum is located on Naoshima Island. It was designed by a world-famous architect, Tadao Ando. Most of the museum's buildings are buried underground like this, surprisingly, not to spoil the beautiful scenery of the Setouchi area. The museum features artworks by Claude Monet and two American artists, James Turrell and Walter de Maria. Like this, many of the festival's works are rooted in a place and can only be seen there. On your tour, if you need a guide with you, we offer English-speaking guides who know the artworks and the islands well. And we also help to make reservations at authentic restaurants you can taste the local food of the Setouchi area. So, are you feeling like planning your trip for the festival? Okay, let me show you an example itinerary. Here's a 3-day package. On the first day, on Naoshima, you will see the artworks including Chichu Art Museum and Benesse House Museum. The Benesse House Museum also works as a hotel in the same building, so you will have a special stay at night in the museum. On the second day, you will go to Teshima Island from Naoshima. Go to see the artworks and have lunch with Shima Kitchen to serve authentic local food. In the evening, you will stay privately at an entire house by the sea and enjoy the breathtaking sunset view from there. On the last day, you will visit Ogijima Island. The island drew many people who want to settle in. The photo shows the people who settled on the island from different places, including Los Angeles in the United States. Beautiful smiles, are they? let's get back to the itinerary. So you will discover the island's charm through the artworks and wrap up your trip with the memory of Setouchi area. So if you have more spare time, you will go a little further to the islands to the west of Kaga Prefecture. We will help you find the perfect itinerary to suit your preferences. So now I will tell you how to get to Kagawa and Okayama prefectures where the venue ports are located. Take a look how to get there from 1. Tokyo, 2. Osaka, and 3. Hiroshima, which are major tourist destinations in Japan. It takes around several hours from all to the ports. So, and at the festival, visitors have to pay fees for many of the artworks and facilities each time. So it might be a little bit troublesome, so we recommend you buy a passport in the photo. It gives you a good discount and very convenient. The passport covers almost of all the works. Finally, the fifth festival will take place next year. To visit the islands, you will need to stay for 1 week or 10 days, but of course, you can enjoy the festival according to your schedule. And for travel agents, the challenging matter will be to find accommodation, transport, and heat. Some islands have a limited number of those. So, we, the official customized tour of Setouchi Triennale, will help you to enjoy a smooth and fulfilling island trip by making travel arrangements. We're really looking forward to seeing you here. Thank you for your attention.
That was beautiful. I think I can speak for all of us. We're all very excited for festivals to resume. I think all of us have been missing those kind of
Thank you very much.
Yes, and I think, it really showcased the importance of going with a guide because things do get crowded. It is complicated to figure out how to navigate these types of festivals to get the best out of them. So thank you for that. That was very comprehensive and informative.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Okay, and we're going to move on. I mentioned before that this is a region of dreams, and it is very well designed for those that really want to get out and explore nature. And for if you've got a camera, you're in for a treat. If you like to hike, if you like to raft, if you like to kayak, it really is a paradise for nature lovers that want to get out and breathe the fresh air, explore, climb, and hike, just like me. So we have Megumi from the Iya Valley who's going to be showcasing some of the beautiful attributes of this region in Setouchi. Over to you.
Hello, my name is Megumi from Iya Valley Tourism Association. Iya Valley can be said as untouched or unspoiled region, and it's sometimes referred to as Hidden Japan. Our concept is 1,000 years and hidden hamlet, going deep into the valley and going back in time. I hope you can get a sense what it means through my presentation today. So, what's attracting visitors? First of all, spectacular nature, then uniqueness of culture, architecture, and agriculture system, and sustainable life of inhabitants who are preserving 1,000 years of tradition, making efforts to revitalize the community and living merrily, happily in that harsh, natural environment. This is where we are. Iya Valley is island of Shikoku, located in the western part of Japan. We are kind of hidden that you can access where you can get to Shikoku by major and public transportation. Are quite easy from big cities like Osaka or Hiroshima. So, what's the highlights? First, Vine Bridge. It's simply made of vine and 45 meters long, 2 meters wide, and 14 meters above the surface of the water. And 350,000 people cross this bridge every year. It looks easy, but it's quite difficult to cross than it looks. No one has fallen yet, except some shoes and phones. That's it. Don't worry, vines are replaced every 3 years by local craftsmen using about 6 tons of fresh vines that are taken from the surrounding mountains, so it's quite safe. and it was just replaced last month. Next is Iya Valley, the Michelin Green Guide 2-star viewpoint. This stunning valley is carved U-shape like horseshoe bend at Grand Canyon. It's surrounded by deep mountains. Look at the photo on the right in the middle. This is the famous peeing boy statue. Stands at 200 meters high cliff. Is showing his braveness peeing to the river. This is the Oboke Gorge. You can view the majestic and unique formation of the rocks and the scenery that have evolved over 200 million years. You can feel this history and the beauty of the gorge on the pleasure boat. This is Uchi village. It's one of the iconic mountain communities that maintains centuries-old unique way of life. It's like a living museum. About 100 people still lives here and do farming on the steep slope of mountainside. Visitors can enjoy first-hand experience with local people. Amazing warm welcome and friendly hospitality quality. The average age of the residents are like 80 years old, 80, and they love to meet visitors. Please come and join real Japan and feel nostalgic. This is Mount Tsurugi, the second highest mountain in western Japan. You can enjoy climbing and hiking. If you take the chairlift halfway up, you can get to the summit in about an hour. So it's not difficult. Next is Valley of Dolls, known as Scarecrow Village. The population declines rapidly in this community and only 27 villagers live there. So, how many scarecrows there are? A lot more, almost 300. Can you imagine? Well, scarecrows are everywhere. They are doing farm work, talking, waiting for the bus at the bus stop. You may think it's mysterious, but this is really Iya that is attracting visitors. Next is the local cuisine from farm to table. The picture on the left is the barbecue on the floor at hearth. Grilled fish of freshwater fish and skewered potato, tofu, konjac with miso paste. It's soul food of this area. The photos on the right, the bottom is yasoba, top is awa beef, and beef is as good as Kobe beef. And for soba, you can make your own soba at the studio. If you like sake, we have a beautiful sake and you can visit sake brewery, and we have big sake festival every February. And this area is known as Onsen Heaven, and it's one of the top 3 hidden hot springs in Japan. Get away from daily busy life and enjoy large open-air hot spring. It's really pure relaxation. This is luxury tourist train running through the middle of Shikoku Island from Kagawa to Oboke. You can enjoy incredible journey with the scenery through the car window and the meals using the best local ingredients. Accommodation. This is Chiori, 300 years old traditional style house with thatched roof. It was purchased by Mr. Alex Carr, who fell in love with this region in this early age, and later became a researcher of Oriental art and culture. He renovated this house and named Chiori, meaning house of flute, and made it available for world travelers as guest house, and it can accommodate up to 10 people. The outlook is a typical traditional farmhouse, but it's restored with modern interior inside, such as a full kitchen, high-tech Japanese bathroom, TV, and Wi-Fi. It's pretty comfortable. There are the 8 thatched roof houses directed by Alex Carr as well. The 8 houses have been beautifully refurbished and are equipped the most advanced features, such as a bathroom with an amazing views, air conditioning, floor heating, linen, kitchen, and so on. And for dinner, you can cook by yourself, catering of special local dishes, and the local woman visits your kitchen and cook local dishes for you. It will be very special experience that I strongly recommend. And we do have regular hotels, and Japanese inns this area are very nice. The hotels in this area are sure to make anyone feel comfortable with their attentive staff, great views, and various activities on hand. Meals are usually a bounty of local-style dishes and will blow you away with their exceptional flavors and presentation. And all those hotels are offering rooms of both Western bed style and Japanese futon style. They also have their own hot spring onsen, Rotenburo. Some locations even offer outdoor baths on their room balconies to enjoy onsen privately. And the rooms are always well appointed. So if you have any questions, please visit our website, and please remember Iya Valley and Oboke Gorge. We look forward to welcoming you soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That was a beautiful overview, and it looks like there's so much more to explore, but really it seems to get a beautiful sense of place when staying in the Iya Valley. So thank you very much for that. Then we're going to round off our day here with a beautiful presentation. Imagine staying in a castle, in an authentic, real, true castle. You can do that here, and we're interested in seeing more about the Ozu Castle Town Hotel, which is really does give you a beautiful, very traditional sense of place. So we're going to turn it over to Diego in just a moment so he can share what it means to be able to stay in such a special site. So over to you.
Thank you, Gabriela. Thank you for inviting us to these presentations. My name is Diego, as Gabriela told you, and I will be introducing you a little bit about Ozu and about the work we are doing here in Kita Management. So Ozu used to be a castle town, an old castle town that it's located in the west side of the island of Shikoku, just south from Matsuyama. It takes only about 30 minutes by express train from Matsuyama. Matsuyama is very well connected with the rest of Japan. You can also reach Ozu from the island of Kyushu, taking a boat from Beppu, and in about 4 hours, you will be reaching Ozu. There's another alternative to reach Ozu from Matsuyama using a very slow and very unique and luxury train, which is so in Tokushima, this kind of train. This train is going along the sea coast and then reaching the banks of the Hiji River. It goes at a very slow pace and makes small stops at very beautiful locations. So the views you can enjoy are extremely nice. The service also is very exquisite, and there are meals offered, and it is really a very pleasant way to reach Ozu. Ozu is a place surrounded by mountains, so nature lovers will be enjoying very much the region, the sea, but it also has a lot of history. Not only Ozu, the city itself, but the neighboring cities like Uchiko or Unomachi are filled with very nice and old houses, restored houses. Matsuyama also offers very old onsen and a castle. So The whole region deserves really a visit. But speaking more in detail and focusing on the city center of Ozu, as I said, it developed as a castle town, and it was organized along the Hiji River, about 20 kilometers away from the sea. And the castle itself overhangs the river, and it became the fifth of an independent domain that lasted about 200 years without any transformation. The same family, the Kato family, ruled the city. The city reached a very nice and thriving trade thanks to the river. The city started to decline, and after at the beginning of 20th century, uh, economic decline, and the castle tower unfortunately disappeared. But thanks to the efforts of the local community, the tower, the castle tower, just regained its former shape about 15 years ago. There was a lot of investment and faithful reconstruction using original techniques and materials happened, and now it can be enjoyed as it was. So the city itself, the city center, is embedded in between two mountains, the Castle Mountain, we just show you, and then the mountain of Gariosanso. Gariosanso is a tea house that was completed by the end of the 19th century at the peak of the trade period of Ozu. And it's really a masterpiece, the pinnacle actually of the refinement and sensitivity that was achieved in Ozu during this time. But unfortunately, as I said before, a certain decline started to appear from the 1920s. And in the last decades, it's been even more evident in the city center. So this is where Akita Management, our company, just starts its action. And the goal was in the first place just to try to prevent the disappearance of these houses, of just trying to save them and clean them. Then a process of restoring them started, and the question was what to do with them once they are restored. So the idea of offering for accommodation started to take shape. So why wouldn't we try to create a scattered hotel in the city center? So some of the houses were being renovated and then transformed into the reception of the hotel or some accommodation in a different place, not very far away, just 10 minutes walk from each other. You have some rooms, and then completing the icing of the cake of everything is the castle tower. Yes, this is the first time in Japan that a guest can be can overstay in a castle town, in a castle tower. Sorry. And so it was thought that, I mean, this will be complete the idea of just a castle town turned into a hotel, or a hotel using a castle town, including the castle itself. Price ranges are a little bit different from whether you stay in the castle itself or in the old houses. Old houses are more affordable, and castle stay is really a unique experience, and thus it's limited for only 6 persons. And all of them, I mean, the ones staying, guests staying in the guest houses or in the castle, both are directed to the reception that you can see in here, and then they are directed whether to the old houses nearby or the castle itself. The experience of the castle has been really thoughtfully prepared. There is a welcoming reception, and a theater is also a performance of the old theater. It's offered to the guests. They are taking breakfast in Garyo Sanso, the tea house I just showed you before. The menu itself has been conceived based on all records of the castle lore itself, the Kato family. So everything is really made not just to take advantage of the space itself, of the tower, but just to get a glimpse of get into the life of the Kato lords, the castle lords, and experience by yourself how was the life and what kind of life they lived when they were ruling the Ozu domain. So to get an idea of the atmosphere and to get a sense of what is happening, just take a look of this short video. So how did you like the video? As you saw, it's just 1 year old. It was open last summer. Apart from the scattered hotel or the Castle Town Hotel, we are trying to complement with some activities using, of course, the river. You saw some canoeing and stand-up paddle. There's a possibility of enjoying the ukai, the cormorant fishing as well in summertime. And there is also the idea of reusing old heritage spaces like this old temple, like 300 years old temple, and making some Zen meditation, or reusing not only, I mean, the general goal is to reuse all spaces that were not really used and a little bit abandoned, and bring new life to those spaces. So I will conclude with this picture, which really resumes what we would like to achieve, is that bring young people inhabiting again the old city, guests also enjoying the old city and interacting with them. And so through this hotel, we are looking forward to just bring a new and brighter future to the old center, the city center. We are very willing to answer any kind of questions you would like in our website, and we are waiting to host you here in our lovely city. Thank you very much.
That was great. And if we look at travel trends, younger folks are ready to travel kind of more readily than anybody else. So I think you'll get your wish that you'll have a younger set coming to visit the region and the hotel. So thank you so much for that. That was really beautiful. It was a nice deep dive into all you have to offer there.
Thank you very much. Thank you too.
Thank you. So I really hope that you enjoyed all these presentations. As I mentioned, this is a region that is expansive. It is all centered around the sea, but it does have beautiful nature and landscapes on the islands and on the dry land too. So it really does offer the best of everything. As we mentioned, it does have a diverse range of accommodations, beautiful festivals. It is very, very celebratory to the arts. And it is a traditional, most authentic immersive side of Japan. So we really look forward to you visiting and also, you bringing your guests here. As you can see, you have made lots of friends in the area, and everybody will be willing to hold your hand and walk you through this gorgeous region. So thanks again for joining us, and we'll make sure that you have everybody's contact information to be able to reach out at a later date. Thanks so much, and have a great day.